Hey authors, I am recording this techie video because we have found that a lot of us get slowed down at retreat with some of these questions and organizing the setup of all of these areas. So I thought it would be a great idea from now in order for us to fast track our systems and make you move along a lot faster, for you guys to come already prepared. And by all means, if you really get stuck on the things that I'm explaining in this video, of course, we are going to help you at retreat. But I want you guys to do your best to move through this and see if you can follow the steps as I'm explaining them, so that we can have a successful pre-launch, and also that'll allow also for a little bit more social time on the Friday night, rather than spending 3 to 4 hours of pre-launching and properly setting up people's books. So I'm going to take you through a few different things that you should have or are about to get. So first of all, you should have your mock-up cover done by Nick, or if you organize it to someone else, but in a JPEG or a PNG format. For the purpose of this exercise, I'm going to use Tracy O'Malley's book, being the current record holder for the most books pre-sold at an Ultimate 48-Hour Author retreat. So from the Friday night through to Sunday evening, 162 books sold. So we'll use that as our example for all of this. So Tracy's book cover, as yours should be, by the time you come to retreat, you should have it on your desktop. So put it on your laptop so it's easily found to be on the desktop. So when we put it in a social media post that we need to find it for somewhere, have it on your desktop, and you will be probably using it multiple times over the coming months. So I suggest just have it on there. Okay, next step is to make sure that you have got a PayPal account. Okay, it's best to set yourself up with a business PayPal account, although you will have to have an ABN. If not, this will still work on a personal account. However, it is preferable that you guys have yourself set up on a PayPal account. If you don't get through this section properly, then what I suggest that you do is make sure that you know your password to your PayPal account when you come to retreat. We have a lot of people coming to retreat not having their passwords for their Facebook, for their PayPal, and it just really slows everything down. We will explain a different platform where you can sign up for what it's called onepassword.com, and that consolidates all your passwords, and all you have to remember is one, but you don't have to worry about that right now. For now, just know what your PayPal and Facebook passwords are at the very least. So I've just logged into my PayPal account here. So what we will then be doing, the very next step, is for us to set up a PayPal button. Now your screen is going to look slightly different to my screen. Every PayPal internally seems to be looking a little bit different. But what we're looking for within your PayPal is the profile and settings area. Okay, and you might be able to also, if you do have a search bar along the top here, you might want to type in seller preferences, and that might take you to this area here. But for here, it's profile and settings, and then we're looking at selling tools. And what we're doing now is setting up a PayPal button, a link where people can pay you for your books on that Friday night when you pre-launch, okay? So PayPal buttons, we're going to update, so you can see it up here. And we're just going to pretend we are going to be selling Tracy's book, and I'm going to create a new button. And so within the creation of the new button, you obviously press create new button. You change this here on buy it now. And for Tracy's book, we would have put Grace Grit Guts is her book title, no taglines, dash pre-release paperback book. That's what you will type. You will type in that for your own book, and then we generally recommend that you do your book at $19.95 at pre-launch, and at launch will be $29.95. So you're giving people the incentive of a $10 discount to buy it way before it is printed. Then you will just add a $5 postage charge. This will apply worldwide, so we can actually up the well, we don't need to say it up the top, we can say it in the post, but $5 will be a flat rate, because once you're set up on Ingram Spark, you can order books to be delivered in anywhere in the world, and generally that will be the most you will pay for postage. And that's it. You would just click on create button, and we're going to come up with this code. Now you want to click onto the email section and copy this code here. Now, this is an ugly code, so we don't want to have that ugly code here, even though it will work. So you might want to test it in a new tab to make sure that it's working. I'll just paste it in there, and you will see in here, should take us to purchase, say, Tracy's book, because it's done from my account, but there it is, $24.95, $19.95 plus $5 shipping, and you can see here it's that book. So it is working. Now, what we want to do is then create a bit.ly link. So you will have to go into bit.ly.com and set up, create an account. Now, this you can create an account by just connecting to your Facebook. It happens like in seconds. But once you have created an account, you will be in here. So you can see here that I actually had set up Tracy's bit.ly through my account here on the 24th of June, which was at retreat. But let's pretend we're going to create a new bit link. This is for you to create a vanity URL, not that ugly long PayPal thing. So I'm going to paste the long URL, which you saw before, and then I'm going to click create here at the bottom. And now it'll come up with something, again, random here. So we're going to customize it. And I'm just going to put a Grace book because usually you would put your whole book title with the first letter of every word capitalized. But I won't use Grace Grit Guts because obviously I use that here on the bottom left-hand side. So just for the purpose of this exercise, I'm going to put Grace book and I'm going to put save. And okay, this has been taken. I'm just going to put pre-release just so we can create it. Okay, perfect. So that's been created. You can copy it out here at the top and we can just test it. So I'm just going to open a new tab and we can test it up here. And it should take us again to a payment for Tracy's book, except it's for a prettier URL. So that's the next step. The last thing is, if you're one of those high achiever authors, this is what Tracy got her assistant to set up. If you want something like this, you are welcome to contact Nick, who did your mock-up cover, and he may be able to set something set something like this up for you very inexpensively. I would say my guess would be under $100. Now, what Tracy did is she bought, and I encourage every single one of you to buy your bookname.com or .com.au as well. So she bought gracegritguts.com, and then obviously she set this up, and this button here is connected to her PayPal PayPal link, which was that pretty URL or the email. So here it is. So she's selling, that's in US dollars. So so if you're a high achiever, it can be something as simple like that, because then people get sent through to a page that looks proper rather than just simply a payment section. So that's just what I thought that was really cool. She had it set up in under 24 hours after the retreat. So she didn't use this at retreat. But I know some of you are more techy than others, and if you can set up something like this, it'll look a lot better when people arrive to it and then can take those very next steps. So the last thing I'm going to share with you now, so what we're going to do is we're going to give you copy at, we're going to share with you guys a Dropbox. And in order, before I show you the Dropbox, I want to make sure that all of you set yourself up on Dropbox. Whether it's free or paid, it's up to you. But Dropbox is a cloud storage facility or area where you can actually store your whole computer. So up until now, and I find a lot of our authors have no idea about this, so I'm going to just pretend you guys have no idea. But my computer, for example, does not live in documents. There's nothing on my laptops. There's nothing on my desktops. My whole documents are in Dropbox, which means that I can access all of this on every laptop I have, on every phone across. And Stuart and I actually share this, because if any of our computers dropped or got broken or failed, all of this stuff is now available through Dropbox, and this is where it lives. We do keep a hard drive backup as well, because nothing's ever 100% foolproof, but this is pretty close to it. So with you guys, after retreat, we'll be sharing a Dropbox called Ultimate 48 Hour Authors, which is this one here, and you will get access for all of this. And within this, we have the pre-typed social media Friday night post. Now, we'll send you this in an email leading up to the retreat so you can retype this for yourself and have it ready for that Friday night. So please, please, please do not send it out or post it before that. Just get everything ready so that we're ready to go and we can actually focus more on showing you how to use and manipulate social media to get more interaction and responses and sell as many books as possible on the Friday night. So in order to have Dropbox set up, there is a free version of Dropbox which gives you up to 2 gigabytes of space. Now that's not a lot of space, because when I share with you guys this particular folder, Ultimate 48 Hour Authors, if we just click on info, this folder has 1 gigabyte. So you'll have less than 1 gigabyte for anything else. This is why I encourage you to actually buy the for individuals Dropbox, 1 terabyte, which is 1024 versus 2 gigabytes of space. It's just enormous amounts of space, and it costs around $100 US. Now it's about $11.58 per month. You get billed annually once a year, about $130 for the year, and you have all that space. It's a no-brainer for safety and peace of mind. So do set yourself up, and again, know what your login is, know what your password is, and please note those 3 down: for login and password for Dropbox, login and password for Facebook, login and password for Bitly, and login and password for PayPal. So all of those things are super important, so we can make that Friday night a lot more social, so that we can post things and we can actually more educate you on pushing through and getting more of the pre-sales rather than setting all of these techy things up. It's really easy. Give it a go. By all means, if you do get stuck and you have no idea what to do next, watch this video 2 or 3 times. Again, persist with it. But again, we are there at retreat. We can help you very quickly. We'll have crew. We have me and Stuart. We generally often have James, who's our IT guru, and that way we will make this process a lot more smoother and easier for you guys. So that's it for me for now. So we're going to go through having your just the recap. You want your book to be on your desktop of your laptop when you come to retreat. You want your Dropbox set up on your computer. You want to be able to get into your PayPal and hopefully have created your PayPal button, created your Bitly vanity link, and if you're one of those high achievers, created a landing page because you have bought your bookname.com. So all the best. Again, if you need also this kind of a page created, contact Nick, who did your mock-up cover, and we'll see you guys at retreat very, very soon. Bye.